Greetings, Legunus. Arndelt here. So, as you can tell, new place isn't set up yet, and I'm not sure when it's gonna be. Things keep getting in the way, delaying everything. It's just being an absolute freaking pain. And Elise and I are just kind of doing this awkward transitional point. And no, I'm not talking about the marriage. I'm talking about how we're sort of stuck in this in-between zone right now in the moving. Anyway, we're dealing with all these irritating delays that keep coming up, but, you know, such is life. I haven't been able to play any video games, because I've been dealing with all the complications. Essentially, all I do now is work, and then go home and try to figure out what the next step is, try to figure out how we're gonna move and everything. It's just complicated and crap. But anyway, however, Elisa does have a laptop. I think it might be able to handle Warcraft 3. So we're going to be installing it on the laptop and seeing if it can do that. So at least Sarsia is on my old laptop. And I'm not my old laptop, my computer. And while the thing isn't hooked up to anything, I can't get it off of there. That only just occurred to me. Oh, great. Well, so yeah, I might be able to play Warcraft 3, but I won't be able to show off Sarsia to all of you until I get my actual computer set up, which I could sort of do right now. I could shove it in somewhere and get it set up, but I'd prefer just to wait until I actually got the spot for it cleared out and set it up there. Otherwise, I'll just have to tear it down again. Plus, then I'll be on it instead of figuring out our problems currently. So, the whole computer thing is currently off of the gig for the moment. However, in about, like, a week's time, I'll be heading over to a friend's place. We'll be playing some Magic the Gathering and Risk and other things like that. I can ask them if they'd mind me filming some of it. They probably won't. And I have wanted to film some Magic the Gathering for a while and actually start, getting that up. However, I'm so rusty at Magic the Gathering, don't expect me to win a lot. I still have my Sliver deck, but it's old. And it's all old Sliver. I don't have any of the new Slivers, which means they give their abilities out globally. The new Slivers only give out their abilities locally. In other words, to the owner of the cards. Excuse me. So, while for its time, my Sliver deck is a beast of a deck. I mean, it's something to be afraid of. It's not... It can't compete with newer decks. Like 2 years ago, XL Pudding put together an ally deck that curb stomped it. And I mean curb stomped it. I played against his ally deck again and again and again. And he just beat me over and over and over. It was terrible. But, so I don't think I've ever beat his ally deck with my Sliver deck. Though I did put in some cards that literally, their whole purpose was to destroy his ally deck. That was their whole reason for me putting them in there. And I don't think I've ever tested it out against him. So maybe that's something we can do. I think it is this Thursday. Oh, and in other news, I did finally, because I've had this job where I'm a bus driver for like the last 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. And let's just say I have this nasty habit where I will not look for another job. Like, my pathways are forged in my head to never look for another job while I'm currently holding one. Mind you, I can. There's nothing actually stopping me from doing it, besides my brain being in a comfortable spot and not wanting to move. But I've put in like a few applications since then, but it's just driving me bat nuts crazy. This current job, I've had it for so long, and there is a particular aspect about it which, due to its nature, is confidential in the fact that I'm not allowed to discuss my clients, which I transport on the bus. But let's just say that there is something that's been going on that bus since day one that is literally driving me crazy. And that drive has been getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So I put in my 1 week's notice when I decided I couldn't take it anymore. And so I am quitting that job. I am leaving it. And I already have several prospects in mind. I just need to go out and actually fill out the applications. So I think that since I've turned in my 1 week's notice, I don't know, it's a lot easier on my brain, or the pathways that I already have forged and whatnot that say, hey, you have a job, don't look for a new one or whatever, because I never really have. That I'm in the mindset of I'm quitting this job, so it's easier for me to put out feelers to new jobs. So that is currently what I'm doing in my personal life. Moving on from my current job to a new one. So, yeah, and plus this old job, it doesn't have great hours. The pay is alright, but there are just a lot of places where I'd actually have a future by working there. This place is also a dead-end job. I'm never going to go anywhere with it. So, one way or the other, it's time to move on. And while a lot of my coworkers were sad to see me go, every last one of them understood my reasons. I mean, not a single one of them had a hard time understanding that. But in any case. Oh, well, my wife should be coming back soon. It's still weird. The concept of being married is still weird. And honestly, I think of her, Elisa, as honestly my friend before I think of her as my wife. That might strike a lot of you as odd or weird. But the fact is that we were friends first. Friends is our foundation. And it's honestly what comes first. We're friends before everything. And, it's up to, I guess, us to figure out what even being husband and wife even means. But to me and to her, friendship is the basis of all of it. So, honestly, I just think of her as one of my best friends, if not my best friend, possibly. I don't think those things can be quantified. I wouldn't actually because XL Pudding been in my life for like 20 freaking years, and at some points in my life, I probably would have called her my best friend, but I'm not sure that's something you even quantify. Some people might say that they have a best friend, and it might be completely true. But in my life, I'm not really sure I do. Mind you, there's like 2 people that are my friends who have stuck through like thick and thin, and Elisa being one of those, although, XL Pudding, I've known him for 20 plus years. And honestly, we've been through it for each other through thick and thin. So, when it comes to that, yeah, there's a lot. Anyvar, so, after that whole meander, I'm not sure should call her my wife or what. That still seems odd. And it probably always will. I'm not sure if that's ever going to change. But, yeah, I'm waiting for Elisa. Anyway, she probably should be back any moment now. But, there was another game that I've recently started playing. I cannot remember what it's called offhand. It's like something Dawn. I don't know. I've been playing a little bit with XL Pudding. It's reminiscent of Diablo, like Diablo 2. It's got the same kind of atmosphere, and the way the game plays, it's the same way. I wouldn't call it nearly as intricate as Diablo 2, or for that matter, even as fun, per se. Because I honestly have a lot of fun with Diablo 2. There are some of the gameplay aspects of Diablo 2 I might like to have more updated, like how I wish Diablo 3 should have been. But anyway, Grim Dawn, there we go. The name of the game is called Grim Dawn. And I do like the game a lot. I need to be playing it more, in my opinion. But in any case, alright, well, Yeah, that's just an explanation as to why I'm not getting actual gameplay footage of any of the games I'm playing out. I still need to update the CPU on my computer, and that should help me not lag in a lot of my games. Yeah. In any case. Alright, well, thanks, y'all. Hope y'all are having fun. People, let me know what games you're playing. Let me live vicariously through you, because I can't play any video games right now besides Clash of Clans on my phone. And I don't take that game remotely seriously. I don't put a penny into it. Sorry if you're a hardcore Clash of Clans player, but for a lot of reasons, I just don't take that game seriously. But anyway, yeah, I don't put a penny into it. I just play it to pass the time. It's literally a time waster, especially these days, when all too often I've got nothing else to do but play that game and whatnot. But yeah, that's all I'm really playing video game-wise. So tell me what you're playing. Let me live through you. Anyways, alright, so hopefully next week I have my computer set up, and I hope to give y'all some video game footage of Sartia at that point. But in either case, I will see y'all then. Alright, don't get into too much trouble or do. It's always up to you. Toodles.